Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mel and Ting.
Hey guys.
Today we're actually at our separate houses again because Melbourne is still in lockdown and we are doing a story time. So we thought it would be a nice idea to get cozy on a Sunday afternoon, tell each other a nice crazy story that happened to us. So get comfortable, cup of tea, cup of coffee, a beverage, whatever floats your boat, and let's get into it.
Yes, let's do it. And we have some cracker stories for you guys. So I'm going to kick us off with my story. And this story is, I found a spider in my pants.
I love the name.
The heading says it all. I'm going to take us through this story. So this was back when I was living with my parents. And I was a little bit of a slob, I've got to say.
Delicious.
And maybe this story really taught me a few lessons. And I would just take off my clothes at the end of the day and leave them on the bathroom floor. And then in the morning, if I wanted to wear that particular thing, like my leggings, I would just put it back on. So I woke up one morning and I wanted to wear my leggings, which were on the floor. So I just shoved them right on, not thinking anything of it, and then doing the rest of my thing. And then all of a sudden I felt like a little ding, like a little something at the back of my knee, so the back of my leg. And I was like, I didn't think anything of it. So I just shoved my hand straight down my pants and just like pulled out whatever it was, thinking it was like a piece of tam bark or like, like a little piece of string, just something. And opened my hand and was shocked, like mortified to see a big black spider with a white bum. And I just like threw it on the ground and I was screaming bloody murder. I stripped off all my clothes, just like I was in shock. I just took off all my clothes because when you find a spider, you think it's everywhere. You think they're just everywhere all over you. So I just took off all my clothes. I'm screaming. Jason comes running in. He's like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "There was a spider in my pants and I'm gonna die." And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, look, there's a spider. And the spider was not moving because I probably like squished it in my hand.
Yeah, you like killed it out of fear.
Yeah, and like threw it on the floor. And I'm screaming butt naked, bloody murder. I'm like, "Jason, you need to call the poison's hotline. I'm gonna die." And he was like, "Okay. And I was like, "Oh, and you need to put the spider in a container because they might need it at the hospital to make an anti-venom." It was so dramatic. So we call the poison hotline. I'm in an absolute state. I'm like, "I got bitten by a spider, blah, 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 blah." And the guy was like super cool, calm and collected. He was just like,
"Oh, no, you should be right. Like, just wash the area with some warm water and some soap and just keep it clean and you should be fine."
and I was like, "Excuse me, I got bitten by a spider and I'm dying. Why aren't you listening to me?" And the guy was like, "No, it's like super unusual for people to have adverse reactions to spider bites. You should be fine. Just monitor the area and keep it clean." And Jason and I look at each other and we're like, "Oh, okay. Thanks for your help." Down the phone, put my clothes back on. I'm like, "Well, that was an interesting episode." And I was completely fine, but I did learn a very important lesson. Never, ever, ever leave your clothes on the floor, especially in the bathroom and especially when they're black leggings, because that is spiders' favorite hiding spaces.
Oh, it's sort of like karma for being dirty. That's so funny.
Spiders and insects are like everywhere in Australia. And it doesn't matter where you live in the city, especially in the country, like there are insects around and they're going to climb into your clothes if you leave them on the floor. So now if I do leave clothes on the floor, they go straight into the washing. That's like, it's traumatized me for life, even though it was absolutely fine and I, didn't die or have any adverse reaction. It mentally traumatized me.
And also the best part is that like the poisons hotline just acted the complete opposite to you.
Oh my God, I called in a state and they were like, "Yeah, no, you'll be right.
You're fine, hun." Well, thank you for sharing that one. Very good.
No worries. So that was my story time.
Woo! Mine is a bit of a mixture of a story of fear and treachery and bravery.
Ooh, Sounds like a good mystery book.
So let me take you back to 2016 when I used to do drug repping. I won't say the company that I worked for, but
It was legal drugs, put it that way.
it wasn't like working for a Mexican cartel. I had an interview that morning, which was, like 9 a.m. and it was at the cafe, which was just downstairs from our apartment. And, mind you, this was like a fairly new rental for us. We'd probably been there for like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. And I did notice that the bathroom door was like, not the best quality, but it's been working fine and no complaints thus far. So this particular Monday morning, I popped into the shower, I shut the door as you usually do. I'm washing away and then it's time to get out. So put my hair up. And when you're just so used to things opening that like when, I've opened it and I just smashed straight into the door. And I was like, that's weird,
Yes, it didn't, like, you didn't process that it wasn't opening.
I just didn't understand. I was like, that's so weird. Like maybe I just didn't hold it down properly. So it was one of those like door handles that rather than turning it, you like push it down.
Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, wait, yeah, I know what you mean. Yes.
I can see that I'm pushing the door handle down. That's moving. But I guess the mechanism inside the door is not like connecting to that anymore. So I start panicking because I have claustrophobia. I hate being in small spaces. Not to mention the light and the heat lamp to the bathroom are outside the bathroom. Everything's on. It's boiling hot in there. But this particular day, I did not take my phone in.
It's always the way, isn't it? It's that one time that you don't take something with you that you bloody need it.
I don't have my phone. And I'm just like, my bathroom doesn't have a window. And I'm like, okay, I'm stuck in here. Like, that's it, I'm stuck in here. So I try a few things, I try to like get the door open. I literally am putting my entire weight on the door and pulling it back. Nothing's working.
But obviously you don't want to break the door because you're in a rental property.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And you know what? Lucky I watch all these horror movies and all these crime documentaries. If I didn't watch them, I would have been like, that's it, I'm just going to sit here in silence. There's no point screaming. There's no point asking for help. But what they teach you is you never know. Always scream for help.
There could be someone listening.
So I get up to, let me just try to paint this picture. I get up right to the wall of the bathroom. Got my towel on me. I'm soaking wet. I'm right up against it and I'm just screaming bloody murder. Help me! Help me! And I'm just hoping someone is going to reply. And then so faintly, I just hear this little voice going, are you okay?
How long had you been screaming for?
Probably 10 minutes. I was just about to give up as well because I'm like, if they haven't heard me now, they're not going to hear me. Like, that's it. But I thought, but what if someone like walks around the house or they're in a different part of the house and then they hear me? So I'm like, just scream.
Well, it's all you got, right?
It's all I have. So I hear this faint voice just going like, are you okay? Hello? And I'm like, I'm locked in apartment 4. I'm stuck in the bathroom. And she's like, and I just hear her going, oh my God, I'm your neighbor. I'm going to help you. And I'm just like, I don't know how this woman's going to help me.
Now you've got someone to hear you. How is she going to help you? Because she can't get into your apartment.
Exactly. Like, what are you going to do? We're just going to have a chat until I die in here? Like, just to put into perspective, if I'm stuck in there, I'm going to be stuck in there until Sean gets home.
And what time does he normally get home?
Like 7 p.m.
And what time was it then?
9 a.m.
Yeah, okay. So we're talking like a full day.
A whole day. And he would have thought I was fine because my phone is at home. He would have been like, she's sleeping. She's sleeping a while, but she's probably sleeping. He wouldn't have like rushed home or thought anything of it until probably like midday when he's like, okay, well, that's a bit long now. All I can think of is she needs to call someone for me, but it's 2016. No one knows anyone's number off by heart, right? And I don't have my mobile with me. The only number I know, and thank you so much, Papa, is my dad's number.
You know what? It's a weird thing. You do know your parents' mobile number. If not both, you know one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Because from being young, you did have to remember numbers, especially when you didn't have a mobile. So I'm screaming my dad's mobile number through the tiled wall. She's taking like the number down, and then she calls my dad. She goes, "Okay, I've spoken to your dad. He's on his way." My dad doesn't have a spare key. Like, what's he gonna do?
He doesn't have one. I thought he did.
No spare key.
Oh no. But dads know what to do. Dads always know what to do.
And I'm in this bathroom. It's getting hot. Like, it's getting hot. All I hear, like, I'm just waiting there. She's like, your dad's on his way, you know? And in this moment, I said to him, like, can you go downstairs to the cafe? Call out someone called, we're going to call her Claire for today. Tell her that I'm stuck in a bathroom and I can't come to this meeting. This lovely neighbor goes downstairs, calls out, Claire's name. My boss is probably like, what is going on? And she's like, so I'm, Mel's neighbor, and she's locked in the bathroom. Like, who is going to believe this?
I know, it sounds like the most ridiculous story.
It's the most ridiculous story. 10 minutes later, I'm still in this bathroom. And I hear my dad from outside, like, bless him, he's just like, honey, I'm coming for you. And I'm like, hurry up, Dad. Like,
yeah, it's like, Dad.
It was the most dramatic thing, as if I was like in a bloody elevator shaft on the 90th floor. Like, everyone needs to calm down.
Yeah. But at the time, it was dramatic.
I was never getting out of there at the time. So, I'm just kind of hoping that he's going to get through the door, and I hear him yelling, I'm going to break down the front door. And I'm like, no. You can't break down the front door, because I know for a fact you're already going to have to break down this bathroom door. I don't need 2 broken doors.
Yeah, like, this is a rental property.
I was doing the washing earlier on our balcony, so that balcony door is open. And the way our apartment is the way to get up to our front door, you pass that balcony. So you have to kind of climb onto it, and then you could get into the house.
Is your dad an athlete?
And my dad, again, bless him, love him so much, but he's enjoyed his life, He's eaten things, he's drank the things.
Would you say he's got a dad bod?
Like a double dad bod. So I just hear him trying to climb over this fence to get to my balcony, and I just hear, I'm like, he's a-coming. He is coming. And he's in the house, I hear him.
Oh God, so he's made it into the house, he's climbed the balcony, and now he's gonna break down this door.
I actually got in the shower in case like the door like flew off its hinges, and we were both assuming this thing would just come off. Dad's going at this door for a good 5 minutes. Like, he can't get through it. He's like, what is going on? What is in this door? And I don't know how it happened, but he's just like made a joke. He's like, it's as if someone's holding the door. Like, can they let go? He hits it one more time and the door opens.
You're kidding me.
It was like that.
That door was having a laugh.
Oh, it was something else. Like, I'm like, we're both laughing. I'm, by the way, like in a towel, like naked in a towel. My dad's like kind of trying to cover his eyes, but he's also so happy that he's rescued me.
He's done the ultimate dad job, which is to save your daughter.
He rescued the damsel in distress. But this was like a 2-hour ordeal. Like, I've just like compressed it, but this was like quite a long ordeal. Just a fun fact at the end is the real estate agent ended up coming because the neighbor called the real estate company because there's a tenant stuck in the bathroom.
Oh, good. Good neighbor. Very good neighbor.
He said that I should have waited in the bathroom until proper help could come so we didn't have to smash down the door.
Lovely. What a nice agent. Very considerate of your life. Let's prioritize the rental property over human life. Good job. That's a good job.
Thank you for your understanding of me being stuck in a boiling hot bathroom. And they actually wanted to make me pay for the damages. And I had on email that she admitted that door was faulty.
Very dodgy.
But that is the end of me being locked in a bathroom for 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed. But also, I have a takeaway. Your takeaway was obviously to keep your room clean. My takeaway is always bring a phone into a bathroom.
These are really important life lessons and we've had to learn them the hard way. Actually listen to our advice. And I suppose that's the end of our story time. Thank you so much for listening to our story time. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any crazy stories that you'd like to share with us, let us know in the comments below. And we hope to see you next time for our next story time. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, guys.